Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect, the house of David, as well as the rest of the men, women, and children whom the Lord will have mercy on at the time of his second coming. All right, known as the large multitude. After the 144,000 are sealed, all right, that large multitude will be sealed as well. And under the Messiah, with King David being the head of that church, the 144,000, all right, top priest, all right, will be the governing body, all right, of the kingdom of heaven, man. And we're not looking for reparations. We're not looking for an apology. All right, we're not looking for a bank. We're not looking for a piece of the pie. Okay, we're not looking for anything outside of the promise that is written for us to receive. All right, which is the new world, the new kingdom. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. Okay, and it's time for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, to stop buck dancing and looking for some sort of apology or piece of this devil's pie, man. All right, because as you can see in these latter days, he's being exposed, all right, and he's kicking back, man. He's fighting back. He's showing you, all right, that he doesn't give two shits about you, man. Just to put it frankly, excuse my French for those of you who are just now coming in. Sometimes we do use harsh language, all right. Those aren't curse words, okay. They're just the harsh language of the day. Every kingdom had its harsh language. At the time that the Messiah walked the earth, he used the harsh language of that time. Vipers and foxes and, you know, woe unto you. All right. So sometimes we use those words. All right. And with this latest stuff going on with this blackface and all of this stuff that's coming out on this devil and how he really hates you and how he views what happened to you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as a joke. He celebrates your downfall every day. All right. He has particular holidays uplifting wicked men who slaughtered millions. OK, and ultimately, of late, you have this situation with the blackface surfacing, which this is nothing new. OK, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, still believe that this system is somehow, all right, built for you to win. There is no victory coming for you in this system. This is why we, all right, the elect, all right, the Israelites, OK, are calling for the downfall of this place, man. Okay, we don't want a piece of the pie. We don't need an apology. We don't want a bank. Okay, we want the kingdom, man. We want rulership of the earth, and that's rightfully ours. As the scriptures say, the Lord have made the earth for Israel's sake, man. But now these heathen have control of it, and look at the state of it, man. Okay, and you Israelites, it's time for you to boycott Esau as a whole, man. Because you'll have some of you who will get angry at the blackface, or you get angry at particular things that come out, but you'll still follow, you'll still vote. OK, you'll still, well, we need to vote. You'll still go to church. All right. You still have faith in this public fool system. You still boast in your college degree. Look, I got a college degree, a master's and a bachelor, and I'm in debt behind that madness, man. And I truly didn't learn anything about being a man or about anything dealing with truth until I came into this truth, man. So literally all of that money that was borrowed and spent to get those degrees, in which you don't even work in your field once you get those degrees. All of that money should go to the apostles and elders, man. The true teachers, man. OK, because that's what we offer. We offer you the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, man. OK. And you Jakes don't support the truth, man. When you were in Christianity, you were tithing and giving all of your money to the pastor, but you come into this truth and you get stingy, man. All right, but that's another story for another day, man. All right, because at the end of the day, we're going to do this work regardless, man. OK, but you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are getting a rude awakening here in these latter days. OK, and you're finding out that this man hates you, man. OK, he makes fun of you, makes mockery of you and everything that he does and everything that he promotes. All right. And about you. All right. Is you being a coon or you being something outside of righteous or servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. Tyler Perry, you got all of these rappers, you know, and you Jakes love that, man. But my thing is, at what point are you going to boycott Esau Edom as a whole, man? Because you had this latest thing, and this is a meme that a brother sent me, and I'm using that as the opening picture, because y'all boycotting Gucci because of the blackface, yet they painted Hamashiach, they say Christ, face white, and nobody is boycotting Christianity. And that's true. All right. And for you Jakes who follow after Egyptology and all of these things were given to you by the so-called white man as well. OK. But at what point are you Jakes going to boycott America, Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom as a whole, man? OK. At what point, man, are you going to wake up to the fact that this man hates you and that this system was a punishment? OK, because right now, here in these latter days, it's time for you Israelites to ask why, especially those of you who so-called believe in the Bible. You need to be asking why. Why are these things happening? Why is there all this hate in the world? Here it is. You Israelites are the only ones that scream love, 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 along with your master Esau Edom. Meanwhile, there's nothing but hate going on, man. Nothing but destruction going on. Nothing but confusion in the earth. And then when you look at your history, you've been destroyed. So if there's a God, if there's a higher power who's in control of everything, omnipotent as the scriptures say he is, then why did he allow this? Why are we at the bottom? Why are our enemies exalted over us? Okay, where can we go into the scriptures and figure out the answer to that question? Why can't we bring up what happened to us? Anytime you Israelites get together and try to do something for yourselves, everybody goes crazy, man. Everybody goes crazy and call you crazy. They're pro-black and they're this, they're that. What's going on here? Why is there so much hate and friction between us and the so-called white race? When you bring these things up, people will say you're racist, but then you go into the Bible and the same narrative was in the Bible. One example, one easy, quick example. Moses in Egypt. Wasn't the Egyptians one race of people who had the Israelites in captivity? Was it racist for Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go? Was it racist for the Most High to destroy that nation, their firstborn, their kingdom, and take them down little by little for what they did to his people? Absolutely not. Now, the true meaning of racist, race, goes back to the Latin word raza, which means your gene line. Our race is the nation of Israel. We're Israelites, man. Ist is basically something you advocate for, man. Okay, it's a suffix. Okay, so here it is. You Jakes are afraid to come into your own here in these latter days when it's clear as day that this is the truth, man. This is Lamentations 4:17. The anger of the Lord have divided them. He will no more regard them. They respected not the person of the priest. They favored not the elders. Okay. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. Okay. In our watching, all right, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. And you Israelites have been, all right, as a puppet on the string, all right, all around the planet Earth. This so-called white man has just had you, man. He's had your mind. He tells you when to get angry. He tells you when to get happy. He tells you what to celebrate. He tells you what to eat. You don't do anything unless this man approves of it, man, or is at the forefront of it, man. Okay? This man is the devil, okay? And when I say this man, I'm speaking of the Edomite, the so-called white man. Okay? He's the devil. He's not going to save you. He's not going to help you. As a matter of fact, let's get Isaiah, the 30th chapter. All right, and this is impromptu. So this is off the top. Just came to my mind. I'll start at 1. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, all right, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Just like in the garden, Adam and Eve cover themselves. Okay, they were covering themselves with those different philosophies, man. And you Israelites here, all the way in 2019, are on the same tip, man. See, the remnant are to come back into remembrance, into obedience, man. And that's what we represent. Because you Israelites haven't figured out yet that this was a punishment. You Jakes have not figured out that this was a punishment yet, man. You still think that this just all happened by chance. You don't connect anything spiritually. And you've been used and abused. Without the knowledge of the scriptures, man, you look horrible. You're being taken advantage of. Okay, and these different companies that you give billions of dollars to a year are all rooted in your hatred and racism, man. All right? So woe to the rebellious children, man, and woe is destruction. Okay, it says that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. America is the shadow of Egypt. That's why when you look at all of the customs, they go back to ancient Egypt, man, ancient Babylon. That's why this is spiritually Sodom and Egypt when you read Revelation, the 11th chapter, man. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Okay, here it is. You following after this man. You want to vote for this man. You want to be in this man's politics. You want to be in this man's music entertainment system, and you lose, man. It always has led to your shame. You have lost in every facet, in every way, following after this so-called white man and his system, man. And all of these heathen nations hate you. Okay? Have you not looked around and figured it out? This is why being in the spirit is very important, man. You see? I'm going to jump down to verse 7. It says, for the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. So all what you Jakes are finding out is that everything that you've been into and everything that you hold value to is for your destruction and for your shame. It's not to help you. The school system, the American standard diet, the entertainment, the music, it has all been for your destruction, man. Okay? The Egyptians, the so-called white man, is the new Pharaoh. He's the modern day Pharaoh. That's why the Lord said this is the new Egypt. He said, I will bring you into Egypt again with ships. You see? So the Egyptians are not here to help you, man. Okay? They hate you. Okay? They fed your children to alligators. Okay? Your confusion means they're riches, man. They are rich off of your downfall, off of your destruction, man. Have you not figured it out yet? Okay? For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still, man. And this truth is about living water, man. Okay, the ways of Egypt and all of these different things are to sit, for you Israelites to sit still and not prosper, man. Okay? Get a few more scriptures, man. It's time for you to detach and put off this society, man. Put off this world, man. And put on the elect. Okay? It's high time to awake out of sleep, man. We too late in the game. You got T.I. and Killer Mike and all of these token Negroes, you know, who Esau put there, man. They're putting them there to give you a mind frame, man. Who you need to be listening to are the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We hold the true message that you need to hear. Okay? And no, it's not going to come from these glorious, you know, well-dressed, well-put-together men. It's going to be through men who are in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And what did the scripture say? They would be afflicted and poor, man. Okay? Isaiah 52:1. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. Henceforth shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean. And through all of these different philosophies that you follow, you're uncircumcised and you're unclean. You have to put on this truth, man. This is the only way out. If you in 19 think that you're going to vote your way out of this, or that you're going to, complain your way out of this, or you're going to get a bank, or, support black owned businesses, which is nothing wrong with supporting, the Jake businesses, if you can, but at the end of the day, our problem is not carnal. Okay. Nothing carnal can save us, man. The problem with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is your spirit is off, man. And you look horrible. All right. In that folly, man. complaining about Gucci, man. But what about Christianity? What about everything that's going on in the so-called white man's system, man? What the whole system of white supremacy, which is really Edomite supremacy, which is their blessing, by the way, given unto them in Genesis, the 27th chapter by Isaac. All right, Yahushai. Okay, if you can receive it. Okay. Oh, man. It's time to wake up, man. Because I was just listening to Jake today, man. You know, complaining and acting like they, but it's just, it holds no weight, man. You got to come correct, man. Okay? Stop being afraid of righteousness, man. Stop being afraid of being separate. Stop being afraid of separating from Egypt, man. Okay? That same thing happened in ancient Egypt, man. Okay? Look, at some point, if you want to get up out of this situation, you're going to have to let go spiritually. Now, of course, if you got to work, you got to do what you got to do in this system. But you Israelites have not spiritually let go. You still depend on this, man. All right. And for spiritual means, man. And it's leading to your death and downfall and destruction, man. Shake thyself from the dust. Arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Shake off this dust, man. This truth, when you read it, what does the Lord say? Isaiah 61. Hold up. Isaiah 61:1. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison of them that are bound. And the prison is ultimately mental, man. Okay, the mental slavery that you Israelites are in, when you listen to Jake, man, they gone, man. They have no hope. They don't see anything outside of America. They don't think that this place will ever fall, but yet they believe in the Bible. Every kingdom every heathen kingdom and rulership fell, man. All right. I mean, every kingdom, they eventually fell. But when it comes to America and the white man's kingdom, you think that this is it. You're talking about raising your children, your children's children here? Come on, man. Come on, man. No way, no how, man. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance, all right, of our God, to comfort all that mourn, man. Okay? In the truth, these scriptures comfort you, man, in ways that nothing in this world can, man. Okay? To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for joy, all right? To give them beauty for ashes, Salakia, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, man. And see, when you Jakes are figuring out that this man hates you, but you don't really know how to go about it. Because you so caught up in this love kick, man. You're not supposed to love evil, man. Okay? So you seeing that he hates you, but then you love him. But it's not right. So you're going to boycott him. I'm not buying from Gucci no more. How about boycotting Esau, Edom spiritually, man, and detaching? That's what flee Babylon means, man. So we're giving you oil for mourning, man. Beauty for ashes, man. You niggas have been ashy for too long, man. Wake up. Anytime you stand for yourself, you get deemed a terrorist, man. But all of the buffoonery and foolery gets promoted, man. Nobody has a problem with that. How many of these Edomites are coming together and saying we have to do something about rap music? We have to do something about all of this niggerism that's being promoted by these so-called Jews in music and the movies and all of this madness and folly. They don't care about that. What they're coming together to destroy and deem terroristic is this truth, man. You should be offended by that, man. Anytime you Jakes come together, and when I say Jakes, I'm talking about you Israelites, descendant of Jacob, come together to do something good for yourself, Esau wants to destroy you, man. Okay? Let's go back here to Isaiah 52. Real quick. Isaiah 52:2 says, shake thyself from the dust, arise and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion, man. It's time out for this madness. It's time out for the folly, man, and being used and abused and being and being led to destruction, man. Okay? Because the so-called white man has used and abused you Israelites, man. Okay? For thus saith the Lord, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. It's not going to be money or carnal things that are going to redeem us, man. It's going to be the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? For thus saith the Lord, my people went down aforetime into Egypt to sojourn there, and the Assyrian oppressed them without cause. Okay? Now, therefore, what have I here, saith the Lord, that my people was taken away for naught? They that rule over them make them to howl, all right, saith the Lord. And my name every day is continually blasphemed, man. You got to wake up this way, man. You got to wake up to the fact, look, the Lord's name is being blasphemed. To hell with being black. To hell with being Mexican. To hell with the wall. To hell with all of that. But the Lord's name is being blasphemed in this place, man. Okay, gay marriage. All of these different things are in disrespect to the righteous order ordained from the Heavenly Father through his son, man. Okay, and you Jakes take no offense in that. You support it. You the biggest supporters of all of the perversions that he put out there, man. All right. It says, therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that doth speak. Behold, it is I. And you're figuring it out. The elect is coming together, man. It says, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings and publisheth peace. And we're publishing peace. But you Israelites call it hate. But this system is peace. What the so-called white man has done to you is peace, right? All right. It says, that bringeth good tidings of good, that publisheth salvation. And how is salvation going to be gotten in the scriptures? Through the fall of Esau, man. Okay? That saith unto Zion, thy God reigneth. And that's what we're telling you, man. Okay? The watchmen shall lift up the voice. With the voice together shall they sing. And we're singing the new song, man. It's time for you to take hold to the new song, man. That's the only way out, according to Revelation, the 14th chapter. That's the true doctrine that's going to lead to your salvation, man. Okay? For they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring Zion again. Okay? Break forth into joy. Sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem, the house of David. All right? And the Lord said he was going to rebuild those waste places, man. For the Lord have comforted his people. He have redeemed Jerusalem. And these words should be comforting unto you. But to 2/3 of our people, these words ain't comforting, man. To 2/3 of our people, okay, they still want to vote. They still want the so-called white man to accept them. He ain't never going to accept you. He ain't created to accept you. He's created to be against you. He was created as a punishment from the Lord, all right, to show you your transgressions, man. And you still haven't figured it out, man. It's high time to awake out of sleep, man. I'm going to get one more scripture and I'm going to roll out. Isaiah 10. Okay, Isaiah 10 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but they shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And you Jakes ain't ready to let go of Esau, man, but we are. All right, and we're going to move forward with those who ultimately are ready and tired of this madness, man. Because if there are God-given rights, man, that have been, all right, just tortured here in this setup, man. This is not living, man. Okay, there's no way that the nation of Israel is going to live if the Lord doesn't come back and destroy this whole setup, man. It's wicked. It's off. So we don't want reparations. We don't want apologies. We're not boycotting Gucci. All right. We're boycotting you Edomites as a whole because you're off, man. You're being found out to be the wicked that you were created to be, man. So with that, all right, we're going to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rachah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect. Shalom.